Welcome to Hospitality Insider on Connie TV with your host, Connie Kim. Hospitality Insider is an intimate look of the who's who in the hospitality industry. Up close and personal, you'll meet amazing leaders and discover their stories of successes and challenges that will inspire, educate, and entertain. With your help, we unite, we co-create, and we support each other to create better service in the hospitality industry and contribute to the world. Hospitality Insider, your window to hospitality excellence.
Welcome to another episode of Hospitality Insider on Connie TV. Today we have honored guest Wayne Goldberg, CEO of La Quinta Inns and Suites. Hi Wayne, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. Pleasure to be here.
You have so much history of La Quinta, and first I'm going to ask you a question. If I'm a traveler, why should I choose La Quinta versus all the other brands?
Sure. And what I would say is at La Quinta, we really focus on making sure that we're delivering against our consumers' expectation. So first and foremost, we focus on driving loyalty and engagement, and we do that through differentiation. People say, well, what do your customers want from you? I can tell you exactly what our customers want from us. Our customers have made it very clear through a lot of research. They want to be assured, they want to know the moment they pull in the parking lot, they made the right decision. They want to get in the room, they want to settle in, they want it to be their space, not ours, not cluttered with our propaganda. Those are their words, not mine. So we change the way we market to the guest in the guest room. Today, we don't put a lot of marketing materials in the room. We keep what we put in the room very limited. We put a piece in the room about our returns loyalty program. We put a piece in the room giving them instructions on how to use the plug-and-play television technology, how to use the Wi-Fi or engage with the Wi-Fi, and we put a small little directory in the room. We don't put anything else in the room because our customers have told us they don't want it. It's in their way. And if you think about when you stay in a hotel, I know when I stay in some of our competitors, the first thing I do is move all the stuff out of my way.
You're right.
So we change the way we market in the guest room. And then the last thing that our consumers told us was travel's hard, and it is getting harder. But generally, our consumers have told us they're optimistic that it's going to get better. So we took that learning a number of years ago, and hence Wake Up on the Bright Side was born. And we said we want to be the bright spot at the end of the traveler's hectic travel experience.
Right.
So everything we do today is focused on driving loyalty and engagement through differentiation and leveraging being the bright side and being the bright spot at the end of the traveler's hectic experience.
That's fantastic. You know, I participated in a panel discussion this morning, and they were saying that in the future, they do not want our stuff. They want my stuff.
Exactly.
And you're already ahead of it.
Yes.
So what is your program that I read about, Ready for You? Can you explain a little bit about that?
Well, first and foremost, I think your point about their stuff versus our stuff, it used to be in a hotel you would give the guest all of the technology that they needed or wanted. Today isn't about giving the guests the technology. It's about giving them the capability of leveraging the technology they're traveling with.
Right.
So whether it's the plug-and-play television technology, the Ready for You platform is really an extension of the learnings that we did in a lot of consumer research. So our consumers have told us for a long time, when I'm on a mobile device or a tablet, make it easy. I want to be able to engage without fumbling and entering a lot of data. So the first thing we did was we launched a couple of years ago, and we filed for patent protection, a platform we call LQ Instant Hold.
Oh, wow.
And that's a platform by which, if you're on a mobile device, you go to any mobile, you go from any mobile device or tablet to lq.com.
Right.
It'll take you to our mobile platform. And we will hold a room for you through LQ Instant Hold. All you have to do is put in your phone number. Wow. And we'll hold a room for you day of up to 4 hours with just the entering of the telephone or your cell number.
Wow.
Ready for You is a platform by which if you make a reservation from a desktop, when you make the reservation, we give you the opportunity to choose a window in which you think you're going to arrive at the property.
Right.
You then select whether you want to be communicated to via text or email, and as soon as your room is ready on your day of arrival, we will text you or email you depending upon which you chose.
That is absolutely fantastic program. You know, we're so busy, and I don't know where I'm going next. you know, and sometimes I get those texts that you're talking about, and it just really give me assurance.
Yes.
That's great. So, when is this La Quinta actually was founded?
La Quinta was founded in 1968. The first hotel was built in San Antonio, Texas for Hemisphere, the World's Fair.
Right.
Today, at the end of the third quarter, we have 854 hotels open and operating. We have 196 properties in our development pipeline.
Wow.
And we have two segments. We have a very simple business. We have an owned segment and we have a franchise segment.
Right.
Our owned segment is 353 hotels that we own and operate, and we have 501 hotels open and operating in our franchise segment, and then 196 properties in our development pipeline that are all coming through our fee-based or franchise business, leverage the brand, not the balance sheet. But we have a very simple model. 98% of all of our revenue comes from the sale of a room.
Right. Okay, so what is your magic of increasing that ROI?
Well, it's, you know, I'll speak kind of from the heart a little bit. We at La Quinta have two goals that never change, and they haven't changed for a number of years. And those two goals are to deliver against our core values to our employees as defined by our employees. We didn't write them sitting in a boardroom. People, make coming to work the best part of your employee's day. Passion, approach your work with a sense of pride and personal ownership.
Right.
Integrity, do the right thing, even when no one's watching. Excellence, this isn't rocket science. We do ordinary things. We do them extraordinarily well and unique. We've become a big company, but we think and act like a small company, and we're not afraid to be different. So we deliver against those core values as defined by our employees to our employees.
Right.
And then we deliver our branded customer experience, assured, settled in, and optimistic, to our consumer as defined by our consumer, and we deliver our branded customer experience we call Here for You.
Yes.
If you do those two things extremely well, everything else that we measure and track, and we measure everything, we measure, I can give you a metric for everything. Those are outcomes of doing the first two things that we do, and we don't ever focus on anything but those two goals as our overreaching goals year after year, and the metrics fall in line. We have measures for them, we track them, and we're accountable. We have fiduciary responsibilities to our investors and our shareholders, and we take it very seriously, but they're all outcomes of doing the first two things.
Well, hold that thought. When we come back, we're going to find out how he is associating with all the people, the employees, the guests, and the investors. Don't go away.
With all La Quinta's peppy people packing on the perks and pampering.
How's your room, Steve?
Love it.
Good meeting, Steve.
You know what salesman Steve Hatfield does? He brings home the bacon.
Daddy's home.
La Quinta Inns and Suites. Book your next successful stay at lq.com.
Welcome to Hospitality Insider on Connie TV with your host, Connie Kim. Hospitality Insider is an intimate look of the who's who in the hospitality industry. Up close and personal, you'll meet amazing leaders and discover their stories of successes and challenges that will inspire, educate, and entertain. With your help, we unite. We co-create. Hospitality Insider, your window to hospitality excellence. Finally, a hospitality event that produces business, not just leads. Vitak's winning formula is connecting top lodging executives with top suppliers. This customized relationship building is why hospitality leaders have rated Vitak the #1 most productive and cost-effective event in the industry. Industry executives choose Vitak to be the platform to make the deals to grow their business because it works. At Vitak, you'll receive 18 to 22 one-on-one personalized meetings with pre-qualified decision makers who have a need for your specific products and services. 20 to 30 additional impromptu meetings. All-inclusive gourmet food and beverage hosted at 5-star event locations all over the U.S. Vitak sells out faster than any other event in the industry. Experience Vitak once, and you won't want to miss another.
Welcome back to Hospitality Insider, and today we have Wayne Goldberg, CEO of La Quinta Inns and Suites. Wayne, thank you so much for sharing wonderful stories. And now, you know, we are all in a people business. So we're everywhere. You got your employees, your guests, and the investors. and you have to make everybody happy.
Sure.
So tell us your magic, what you do to engage all those people together.
First and foremost, people is one of our core values, and it's the only core value that's in priority order. It is the #1 listed core value, but it's the only one that is in priority order.
Right.
We're nothing without our people.
Right.
And at the end of the day, we have a highly engaged and loyal workforce. And I can back that up with our engagement study, which we do annually, and we measure ourselves against not only our competitors, we measure ourselves against companies that are significantly larger than we are, that are in multiple industries. And I can tell you, and these are their words, not mine, we use an outsourced organization, and their words, not mine, we have world-class engagement. We have some of the lowest turnover in our industry among our management employees, our hourly employees, and our corporate employees. So first and foremost, highly engaged and loyal workforce. We have a highly engaged and loyal consumer. We have, I mentioned before, 98% of our revenue comes from the sale of a room.
Right.
47% of our revenue comes through our loyalty program.
Wow.
We have over 9 million loyalty members, and we have some of the highest levels of the most engaged loyalty, of the most engaged consumers against our competitors. We have some of the most loyal franchise partners. Over 44% of all of our franchise agreements today come from existing franchise partners.
Isn't that exciting?
Highly engaged and loyal workforce, highly engaged and loyal consumer, and a highly engaged and loyal group of franchise partners. What we say is we want to be a great place to work, we want to be a great place to stay, and we want to be a great place to invest.
Oh, wonderful. That is the magic of all whole things, and everybody's dream in the hospitality industry, isn't it?
It's actually pretty simple.
Yeah, it's simple, but it's something that you always have to do. Everybody have to work so hard to make it effortless, and that's what you have accomplished. So now tell us a little bit about that. I know that La Quinta got into public and sold to Blackstone, and can you tell us a little bit that story?
Sure. We were a public company, and we sold the company in a public to private transaction in 2006. For the last 9 years, we've operated with Blackstone as our owner. I've been the CEO the entire time working with Blackstone. And in April of 2014, we took the company public again. So we're now back in the public space, operating as a public company once again. Blackstone is now below 50% owner. So we're on our way of being an independent operating company and hotel company again. And again, we've had a great 9 years with Blackstone, but we look forward to continuing to drive value for our shareholders and all of our investors on a go-forward basis. And it's been a great run
Partnership,
for our brand and partnership.
Yeah, that's great. So what is the difference then being and operating as a private company and as a public company?
Again, we have always run the company with the philosophy that we're going to say what we're going to do. We're going to build the plans and the strategies to execute the commitments that we make, and deliver what we say we're going to do. We do that as a public company. We tell the market what we're going to do. We build the plans to make sure we can execute, and we honor the commitments that we make. But that's the way we've run the company
anyway,
the whole time I've been there. It's the way we ran the company under private equity ownership. We told Blackstone what we were going to do. We executed and we delivered year after year after year. So again, we're not running the company any differently today. We have to do some things differently. We have to report differently. We have to make sure that we have the right governance and that we're doing all of the right reporting and filing. But again, we never really changed a lot of that. We continue to keep a lot of the public governance in place, even as a private company.
Wonderful.
But we operate with the philosophy that we're going to be known as the company, continue to be known as a company, says what we're going to do, and delivers against the commitments we make.
Right. Well, so Wayne, what is your biggest challenge doing all these wonderful, great achievement?
Well, first and foremost, it isn't me. I work with an amazing group of people that know how to deliver results. People always ask me how I sleep at night. And, what I always say is I sleep like a baby. I wake up every 4 hours and cry. But the reality is I sleep very well knowing that at the end of the day, we know how to run the business. When it's things that are within our control, I don't lose a moment's sleep.
That's right.
The things that keep me up at night are the things that I don't control. And in the event that there's a macroeconomic event, then at that point in time, what you do is you focus on making sure that you outperform and that you can go through the cycle and perform to the maximum capability. And what I would tell you is we did that during the last downturn extremely well. We outperformed the entire time. We continue to produce positive cash flow. It's a resilient business, been through many cycles. And at the end of the day, when it's the things you can't control, all you have to do is make sure you're positioned to do better than everyone else. And at the end of the day, if you have to change the way you run your business because of the economy or the economic environment, then I would argue that you're probably not running your business as efficiently as you should be day in and day out. We run our business to be efficient every day, regardless of the economic environment.
Yes. So that is a really incredibly wonderful philosophy. You know, that reminds me that if the bear is chasing, you just have to run faster than the guy behind you. So, you know,
it's at that point it becomes how you're performing against your industry.
That's right,
and
exactly.
If the world is down, pick a number, and you're down less than that, then you've won the game.
That's right.
The same thing applies on the positive.
Yeah.
If everyone's up 20% and you're only up 15, you didn't succeed.
Yeah. When we come back, we want to talk about his success stories and his personal passion in hospitality industry. Don't go away.
When LaQuinta.com sends a ready for you alert the second his room is ready, you know what salesman Alan Ames becomes?
I think the numbers speak for themselves. I'm sold.
A selling machine! Ready for you alert only at LQ.com.
Welcome to Hospitality Insider on Connie TV with your host, Connie Kim. Hospitality Insider is an intimate look of the who's who in the hospitality industry. Up close and personal, you'll meet amazing leaders and discover their stories of successes and challenges that will inspire, educate, and entertain. With your help, we unite. We co-create. Hospitality Insider, your window to hospitality excellence. Finally, a hospitality event that produces business, not just leads. VITAC's winning formula is connecting top lodging executives with top suppliers. This customized relationship building is why hospitality leaders have rated VITAC the #1 most productive and cost-effective event in the industry. Industry executives choose VITAC to be the platform to make the deals to grow their business because it works. At VITAC, you'll receive 18 to 22 one-on-one personalized meetings with pre-qualified decision makers who have a need for your specific products and services. 20 to 30 additional impromptu meetings. All-inclusive gourmet food and beverage hosted at 5-star event locations all over the U.S. VITAC sells out faster than any other event in the industry. Experience VITAC once, and you won't want to miss another.
I am Fausto Jimenez, Vice President for Standards at Grupo Posadas, and you're watching.
You are watching.
And you're watching.
You are watching.
You are watching Connie TV.
Connie TV.
And Connie TV.
Connie TV.
ConnieTV.tv.
Welcome back to Hospitality Insider with Wayne Goldberg, CEO of La Quinta Inns and Suites. Wayne, what are you so proud of your accomplishment with La Quinta?
We have an amazing brand,
Yes.
but we have amazing people.
Yes.
And what I'm the most proud of is our team, my team, and the people that I work with day in and day out, and what they're able and continue to deliver. We make commitments, and the team knows how to execute, and they deliver the results that we commit to time after time after time. It's not a surprise, or not an accident, that we've been the fastest growing select serve brand by data provided by Smith Travel Research for the last 10 years.
Isn't that amazing? But you know what, you said that your people, that's very true, but there is a leadership. There's your culture that you have created in this company that makes the people want to perform. So what is your wisdom? What do you do that other people not doing?
I go to sleep every night knowing
Yes.
and thinking about something my mother told me for many, many years.
Yes?
Fish rots from the head. And that's something
right.
that's always in the back of my mind.
Right.
And the reality is, again, you don't manage people,
Right.
you lead people, and you manage
Absolutely.
things.
That's
and
right.
I keep that in mind, along with my mom's comment to me many, many years ago. And I think that those words really do mean something, because you realize the impact you do have.
That's right.
But at the end of the day, it is about the way you treat people. No one's going to judge us based on what our RevPAR was, what our EBITDA was, how much value we create. We're going to be judged based on the kind of human beings we are and how we treat other people.
Right. Well, that's on the paper, the red parts and everything. But you know, how we treat each other is not on the paper.
Exactly.
So now that you have created this totally brand new prototype, I was there in Dallas, and Marie Catalina showed us all this new prototype. And is it called the La Quinta del Sol?
Yes.
Yeah, tell us a little bit about what an exciting concept.
Sure. The Del Sol prototype is really just an extension of the La Quinta brand, and it's the next generation. So we had what was called the traditional prototype. We had, then we developed the urban prototype, and the Del Sol is really just an extension of the urban prototype. Just fresh, bold, more branding elements, but again, for all intent and purposes, it is a high rentable square footage facility. We produce, I believe, one of the highest rentable square foot hotel select serve properties out there. And this is really an extension of that, but it's just taking that branding and those elements of branding to the next level. And it's fresh, it's bold, it's vibrant, and it just helps us all continue to wake up on the bright side. And our partners have embraced it. We have the first one that will be opening here in the spring in College Station, Texas.
Oh, is it?
And we have a number that have committed, a number of our partners have committed to building this prototype. And I think just like the urban became the majority of what was being developed, I think in a very short period of time, this will be the majority of the properties that our franchise partners are going to be developing.
That's great. You mentioned that the lower operating cost and higher ROI on this new brand. So how do you think you're going to achieve that?
Well, I think that we'll continue to do it by building and developing a prototype with the operating efficiency in mind.
Right.
We own and operate hotels.
Right.
We're not just a licensee of a brand.
Exactly.
We actually run hotels. So where you put things matter. Where you place the laundry matters. Footsteps matter to the point that, for example, just on the operating side, on our owned hotels, 1 minute in labor is over $2 million.
Right.
So again, when you can operate, when you can develop with operation efficiencies in mind, you can help your franchise partners be more profitable, not only more successful at the top line, but you can help them drive their bottom line. And when you can help them drive their bottom line, then they're going to want to do more deals with you. And they're going to want to be part of your brand in a bigger way. And that's why over 44% of all of our franchise agreements today come from existing franchise partners.
Yeah. And now to talk about a little bit about yourself. You're born in Dallas?
No, I was born in Louisville, Kentucky.
Oh, okay.
So I'm a Kentuckian.
Kentuckian, okay. The only thing I know of Kentucky is that some whiskey, right?
Or the Kentucky Derby.
The Kentucky Derby, that's right.
But whiskey, yes, that's a bourbon, yes.
Yeah. And so what inspired you to get into the hotel industry?
Well, I go back to 1979. I was a senior in high school, and I was looking for a job for the summer. And I took a job working at a hotel that was being built right by where I lived. They hired me actually on the spot, and I'll tell you the gory details, but I was hired on a Wednesday, asked to come start on Saturday. They were going to train me to work the front desk. I showed up Saturday morning for my first job in the hotel industry, and the manager had been fired and no one knew I was coming. So they put me on the front desk, they trained me to work the front desk. I volunteered to work outside because I wanted to be outside in the summer. I was going to start college in the fall. I mowed the grass all summer long, worked in maintenance, worked in housekeeping, worked the front desk, put myself through college, worked at this particular hotel for a number of years. I spent 21 years at that company, and when I left, I ran the operation of the company.
Goodness.
And I was there 21 years. At that point, I joined a small temporary corporate housing company as the chief operating officer. We sold that company. I was only there about 6 months. We sold the company. And I joined La Quinta in 2000, and I've been at La Quinta for 15 years.
Oh, yes. Yeah, that is absolutely great. So everybody kind of into this hotel industry, once you get in, you cannot get out, right?
It appears to be that way. If someone had told me 37 years ago I'd be in the hotel business 37 years ago later, and I'd be running a hotel company, I would not have believed it myself.
Yeah.
So.
That's the incredible story about all the people we interview. They started just like you did. And then they are running this conglomerate of whole hotel companies, and that's absolutely wonderful. Now, what I'd like to do is that a lot of people are watching and then say, geez, I want to be just like him. What is the magic? What is your wisdom you can share to the young people that's coming up who want to get into the hotel industry?
What I would say to any young person, and I work with a lot of young folks, I serve on the board for the Texas FFA, the Future Farmers of America in Texas. And what I would tell people is find what you have passion for and pursue it. Because if you have passion for it, you can make money doing it and you can make a living doing it. But you have to have passion. And I can tell you, I'm passionate about our business, I'm passionate about our people, I'm passionate about our industry, and I'm particularly passionate about our segment. I think investors have figured out this is the segment to be in a number of years ago. It's where the margins are, it's where the money really can be made, and it's less volatile. And I think the consumers have figured it out. It's why the consumers have migrated to this segment for the last number of years, because it's where the value is. So I think find what you have passion for and pursue it.
Yes, that's amazing. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you.
Thank you for watching Hospitality Insider with Wayne Goldberg, CEO of La Quinta Inns and Suites. If you want to know more about Wayne or any other episodes, please go to connietv.tv.
Hi, I'm David Kim with Darf Design, and you're watching.
And you're watching.
And you are watching.
And you're watching Connie TV.
Connie TV.
Connie TV.
Connie TV.
Connie TV.
The first internet channel for the hospitality industry.
Watch and follow who she brings and what she brings to show you, to inspire.
ConnieTV.tv. I love it.
After instant holding a room for tonight with just his phone number, you know what Jerry Howell does?
We need ideas, people. Think. Synergistic integration.
He thinks outside the box!
I'm going for it. No?
Only La Quinta can instant hold your next stay on your smartphone at lq.com.
Finally, a hospitality event that produces business, not just leads. Vitac's winning formula is connecting top lodging executives with top suppliers. This customized relationship building is why hospitality leaders have rated Vitac the #1 most productive and cost-effective event in the industry. Industry executives choose Vitac to be the platform to make the deals to grow their business because it works. At Vitac, you'll receive 18 to 22 one-on-one personalized meetings with pre-qualified decision makers who have a need for your specific products and services. 20 to 30 additional impromptu meetings. All-inclusive gourmet food and beverage hosted at 5-star event locations all over the U.S. Vitac sells out faster than any other event in the industry. Experience Vitac once, and you won't want to miss another. Welcome to Hospitality Insider on Connie TV with your host, Connie Kim. Hospitality Insider is an intimate look of the who's who in the hospitality industry. Up close and personal, you'll meet amazing leaders and discover their stories of successes and challenges that will inspire, educate, and entertain. With your help, we unite, we co-create, and we support each other to create better service in the hospitality industry and contribute to the world. Hospitality Insider, your window to hospitality excellence.